Hey, Steve.
Hey, Sharon.
You're deep in thought.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking, uh, over the past 20 years
Oh, yeah.
and, kind of what we did to get started and where we're at now. Uh,
Yeah, we're only a couple weeks away from our actual 20th anniversary.
yes,
Of opening our doors.
we opened up, March 1st, 2006, when I left James Brothers.
Mhm.
You remember kind of how we got started?
Yes, we had that little bitty 500 square foot office space slash garage space. Every time Rodney would roll up the door to load up the van, it'd freeze because we had no separation. We were just
Yeah.
all together. Rodney was our delivery guy. I was the CSR. You were the owner and our only salesman at the time.
Yes, and do you remember what I asked you to do when I asked you to come work for me?
Yeah, yeah. He said, please come help me out for just 2 weeks. I just need you part-time to answer the phones until Rodney and I let everybody know that we have opened up as Arkansas Office Products.
Yeah.
And before we even opened the doors, you found out that James Brothers was going to retire and you were going to get all those customers. And at that moment, we looked at each other and were like, you need a full-time person. And here I am 20
and
years
here you
later.
are 20 years later, you're the president of the company and, hadn't kicked you out yet. So, thank you very much for staying and, believing in me, and
It's been
worked out
fun.
good.
It has
So,
been so much fun. This is not a job. I look forward to coming to work every morning.
yeah.
We have
and,
fun with our customers. We have fun with our staff.
we have some of the best customers, I have to admit.
We do.
I mean,
We do.
we do. And you know how many customers are still with us from March 1?
I don't know the exact number. I know it's a lot.
It is a lot. I don't know the exact
Some
number
of
as
them
well.
were with you at James
And
Brothers.
some of them have been with
Little.
me, ever since I started in this business in 1983. Some of them have with me at James Brothers, and they've stayed with us since then. So, yeah, it's a good ride. We love what we're doing. Of course, the customers make that happen.
Yes.
So, when I left James Brothers, they were doing 300,000, and so I knew that when we unlocked the door, basically, that we were going to have $300,000 in sales. Knew that off top. I said, because I didn't think we'd lose anybody. And so by the end of the year, that 300,000 jumped up to 750,000. And so, and basically it was just because, to be honest with you, I just went around and told everybody the story and then started asking them, why don't you buy this? Why don't you buy this from us and all that? And, of course, the number one thing was no one's ever asked.
Mhm.
So, if you're a customer now and I ask you every time I see you, why aren't you buying this? That's the reason. Because if you don't ask, sometimes you just don't get that
And
sale. So
sometimes our customers aren't aware that we do have a lot to offer.
that is,
We've
and
always said that anything you need to run your business on a day-to-day basis, we have a source for it. We can help you find it.
yeah, and you're going to learn that over the 20 years of how we expanded. Which, when we opened up, we were office products and furniture. And so, all of a sudden now we do everything. So, you'll see how we expand and how we handle, some of the pitfalls throughout our industry. Uh, and, so,
We started the expanding our offering that first year, whenever you bought the laser engraver.
yeah, I didn't think that was very smart of me at the time, to buy a $20,000 laser engraver, and here you are just now basically opening the doors. I think it might have been before we hired our first employee, I think.
Mhm.
Even.
Yeah. I think we bought that June. We opened in March, bought the laser engraver in June. And we still have that laser.
We still have it.
engraver.
It's a workhorse, so
It is.
it's paid off. We did have our first salesman for the longest time.
Yes.
He's finally retired after 19 and a half years, and JB was a good asset to our company, and he helped us grow within those 20 years, and he will be truly missed.
Now his customers are gonna miss him.
They will.
Yeah,
They
but
will.
he has done a good job. He brought on Case, trained him to take his place.
Yeah.
Case is young, and his customers are already enjoying the relationship that they have with Case now.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right. Well, let's see. We started out with what, 500 square foot, if that much. It was big enough that we could buy a whole pallet of paper at one time, although it would take us a month or two to get through that pallet of paper, but we did. And And then we decided at the end of 2006, it was time to bust out and get a bigger place.
Yes.
And so 2007 starts, uh, our biggest move was to go to a bigger place. We went to a whole whopping 1,000 square foot.
But that was like a mansion,
But it was like a mansion
and we were
and
able to stock a few
we could
things.
stock a few things. We got to separate the warehouse from the office. So that was good.
That was very nice.
Some of the changes that were happening and started happening in 2007, there were 16,000 independent dealers in 2007. By the end of 2009, it's crazy, but it's going to go down to at least 25% of that. Today, it's way down. There might be 3,000 independent dealers like us.
Yeah.
And so it was good that we could fight through all the good and bad things that happen in our industry, and we still keep going. And everybody's going to learn that as we go through time. But in 17, we had a lot of competition with the big box stores, and they were telling everybody how easy and how cheap they were, get online and order and all that good stuff. And sometimes they were correct, but most of the time they're not,
Oh, they're correct for just a moment.
or just a moment.
you know,
Yes.
Until they get you, and then say you go back to buy that box of file folders that you really liked, and they don't stock that one anymore. They have changed their vendor. Now this is what they stock, and that's your only choice.
Yeah.
It sounded good in the beginning.
It did sound good, and it still sounds good sometimes. We just have different players now. But it all comes down to, I think, and I'm pretty sure our customers feel the same way, that we like that one-on-one.
Mhm.
You have somebody that you can call and rely on when you have a problem.
Or,
And
or if you can't find a particular item and you really don't have time to be searching 25 different websites, our customers know, they're not even gonna bother doing that. They're just gonna call us and let us do the legwork.
yeah. But we were in our early stages of the web, just
Yeah,
like everybody
yeah.
else.
We were learning with our customers.
We were learning with our customers how to navigate our website, and so that was a big thing for us. But the major achievement, I think, in 2007 was the sales that we hit. Remember
Yes,
that?
yeah. We hit $1 million, and it wasn't even it was early in the year.
It
We had a
was.
celebration. We had a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, had a big chocolate chip cookie, and
Yeah.
and if you remember right, I don't know what happened to it, but I think we engraved a bottle of champagne.
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
I think I'm not sure what happened to it, but over the years it probably got lost in all the moves that we made.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good.
Yes.
And then 2008 and 2009 hit, and the recession starts. And believe it or not, we saw independent dealers drop by the wayside, just go flat out of business. They wasn't being acquired by anybody. They were just going out of business because of the recession. But sometimes the recession helps us.
Yes.
Companies got to tighten their belt, and so everybody forgets about office products until things are got to be tightened up, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh well, let's tighten up office products. And so now it's like, well, let's call AOP and find out how we can lower our spend and still survive. And so we get a lot of I call easy access to prospects that way. That hey, now they're opening up their minds that hey, if you can show me how I can save money, I'm for it. And so that's what we did. The brand loyalty now is and especially back then that kind of went by the wayside. So if you were Post-it notes were a big thing, and if that was your deal, then guess what? Now I come in with a different brand, and you can save money. And so they were all for that.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the year, we basically increased our sales during a recession to 1.25 million.
Yeah, I remember our wholesalers rep. Every time she came in, she's like, "What are y'all doing? Nobody else is increasing. Y'all are increasing." Yeah, well,
Well,
we found a way to help our customer save money, and in the end, that helped us
yes,
grow.
yes. We have made a lot of changes throughout the years when the industry or when the economy says you either got to change or die. We're going to change. We're not dying. So So that was sort of the biggest things, that happened up to that time. And then 2010, 2016, the industry's, kind of stayed level. Not a lot of things happening. There was a few dealers that went by the wayside or were acquired by other dealers, or the big box stores started buying up dealers. So if you're a $20 million dealer, the big box store wanted to buy you, and they paid dearly for it. And so we saw the independent dealers go from about 16,000 in 2007 to 2011 down to 8,000. And so now we're starting to see that trend that, look out, independent dealers, if you don't start changing, there's going to be some things that, going to cause you to go out of business, or, if you're big enough, they're going to buy you out. So, we wanted to make sure that that didn't happen,
Yeah.
uh,
And then you've talked before about around that same time frame, the manufacturers started doing similar.
yes,
They were buying up each other.
they were buying each other up,
Or even buying up industries that they weren't.
wasn't even part of.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's have one big company and get rid of some of the higher management to save money. And so that's what they started doing. The wholesalers started doing the same thing. At one time, when I started this business, there was about 6 wholesalers. Now there was only 2 national, but there was a lot of regional wholesalers. Now we're down to 1, and that's it. So, so there was a lot of changes, throughout the 10 years. It was just a lot of it really didn't affect us. But the ones that did affect us, we figured out how to survive and move on. And so what we did during that time, of course, we added janitorial and promotional products. We already had the laser engraver to help that. So that was kind of the right fit. And so, during that time, we didn't increase sales a lot. We did hit the 1.5 million sometime during that time span. I think it was the end of 2016, to be honest with you. And so it was time for a big move again.
Well, which one?
Well, we did move from our 1,000 square foot place in 2009 to another 1,000 square foot place, but it had opportunity to increase to 2,000,
Which we did.
which we took advantage of that in the
Knocked down some
2010,
walls.
2011. We knocked down some walls and made it a bigger place. And then by the end of 2016, it was time to move again.
Well, we didn't have room for a showroom, a real
We didn't.
showroom.
We didn't have a real showroom. We didn't have a real warehouse, to be honest with you, but we were starting to try to stock more items, and we had to have a bigger place. And so, on our next video, we'll start out with 2017 and that big move that we made, and go from there. So, well, Sharon, it's been nice reminiscing the first 10 years.
Yes.
I can't wait till we do the second 10 years. And I hope everybody joins us for the next video, and see how we grew with a lot of major changes during the last 10 years. So thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon.